Time for a 3D printable key switch update. Here is the latest and greatest, and this is my attempt to replicate this one. And I'll take it apart to show you what I've done with it. And I've basically used a Sharpie on the side. It's hard to see, but I colored the sides black so I wouldn't forget. But see how it's got that nice, crisp, clear 90-degree angle there? I cut that out. It normally went straight across all the way, and I cut that out with my flush cut pliers, just to see what impact that would have on the strength of the switch. And as predicted, it reduced the amount of force required. And what's interesting about this one is if you press it reasonably quickly, it's definitely got a tactile bump. You can feel it. It feels like, it really feels just like a taupe ray, right? But if you take this out, turn it at a 45-degree angle. Hold on a second. This back together again. Let's turn it at a 45-degree angle. Put that on there. Now it's a linear switch. There's no tactile bump anymore. It's just straight down and up, linear switch, with a little bit less force than it had originally, right? Now here's the third thing, and this is kind of puzzling to me. I still haven't figured it out. If I take this, put it back the way it was, put it on here. Now I pushed that down all the way, so now I've got that tactile bump, right? But here's what I'm going to do. I want you to listen to this switch. You hear that? It's almost no noise. Now I'm going to pull it out just a smidge. Now listen. Well, maybe I didn't pull it out enough. Or maybe I've got it misaligned. Yeah, I've got it slightly misaligned. Hold on a second. There we go. Apparently I broke it. But what was happening was I pulled it out just a little bit, and it was clicking. Maybe I've got this turned around the wrong way. Let's try it. See if I can reproduce this. There it is. Well, that's actually interesting to know. You hear that click? And notice it makes that sound no matter how slowly I press the switch. I've looked very closely at this and listened very carefully to try and figure out what it is making that sound, and I can't figure it out. Any guesses? I'm all ears, because I would love to reproduce it. And like I said, all I have to do is just pull it out a little bit. Yeah. Now I'll push it back in. Sound goes away. And then rotate it, and it's a linear switch. So we've got like all three types: clicky, tactile, and linear, all in one. Now I just got to figure out how to replicate that. This is my latest attempt to replicate that. And I've definitely got that that property where if you press it really quick, you've got the tactile bump. But actually, that's out a little bit. Yeah. If you press it quickly, it's definitely got a tactile bump. But if you press it slowly, it's a linear switch. And it's a little too big, I think. Yeah. So it still needs some adjustment, but yeah, it's definitely got that tactile feel to it. And if I pull it out just a smidge, it's a lighter feel. And that is just the plastic hitting the when I bottom out. That's not a click. It's just a bottom out sound as the little pin hits the heat bed here. But yeah, it'll become linear. It has the same properties, except for that click. I got to figure out how to reproduce it. And this one's also a lot stronger, because if you look at the way that they've been set up here, I'll push them both down all the way, and you can see the difference here. They look very similar, but if I do this and this, see how this one's got more of a football shape? That's because I made this one one side, one particular, either the X or the Y is a little too long. I just got to reduce it by like a smidge, like 0.2 millimeters, and then I should be able to replicate the strength of that one. But they both feel great. They both have a nice tactility. This one feels just amazing. And if the worst case scenario is I just have to print out this one and tell everybody to cut a 90-degree angle out, that's only like a 1 minute operation, not even 30 seconds once you get the hang of it. So that's pretty sweet. Now I'm going to print out a couple more of these, cut them out, and see if I can replicate this, if that's all it takes. But I'm also going to try this one. And for reference, the way I've tried to replicate that is I just created a 45-degree angle notch. And the reason why I did it that way is because with NinjaFlex, it does not want to bridge. All right, so I don't want to make a 90-degree angle right in the middle of the spring. But yeah, so that's the latest update. Lots of things to play around with and discover and figure out. I got to figure out a better way to make sure that this stays in alignment. Probably just make this a little wider. Or just put like little alignment pips on here or something. I don't know. We'll see. Lots to do.